So Uwe Krueger, Atkins Chief Executive. Tell me how Atkins has been performing in the first half of the year.
Sarah, well, the first half year performance was in line with our expectations. It's very encouraging that in the UK, headcount is growing again substantially, and that is true in all 5 business units in the UK. It goes without saying that we also have our challenges with regard to the business performance, and that's predominantly due to changes in contract scope that we are negotiating about in the Middle East with regard to large contracts there. We have to work through that, and it will take a while until we have been successful in doing so, but I'm absolutely confident that we will. And then, of course, the US, where we have the issue that prior to the presidential elections, contracts have been delayed, and so projects started later than we thought they would, and that has affected the performance in the US. But also there, we see light at the end of the tunnel. We see that specifically in the highway and transportation business, we are making good progress with regard to performance and winning new and profitable work. And step by step, that will be true in the design and engineering and water and environment segment as well.
Now, you've told the city that your strategy remains firm and that you're making good progress towards that. Can you share a bit more about that for us?
Well, let me remind you, we have clearly stated that our strategy has 3 pillars. Operational excellence is the first and most important part of it. And if you look at the UK performance, where we started in rolling out this operational excellence program, utilization is kind of the best litmus test with regard to how we are doing. And we made very, very good progress in increasing utilization, and that immediately trickles down to the bottom line of the UK performance. So you have a lot of evidence in looking at the performance of the UK that this part of the strategy is working well, and step by step we are rolling it out now throughout the whole organization. Second pillar, the portfolio optimization. We have 2 steps where we have divested businesses, and we will continue to follow up on what we said we will be doing and looking critically at our portfolio and making the right decisions here. And finally, with regard to the segmental focus and the specific growth areas that we have emphasized, also here demonstrable progress. If you look at what I call the speedboats, so the 4 segments where we want to grow, first of all, organically as fast as we possibly can, that's energy as number 1 on the list, defense and aerospace as well as water. All these 4 speedboats have really performed exceptionally well during the last half a year with a solid double-digit growth, and clearly that is testimony to that we put the right emphasis with regard to resources into that growth, and step by step we will look at additional M&A opportunities there as well.
And what about regional focus as well?
Absolutely. As we have said, we look at Scandinavia on the one hand side, but now more and more in Southeast Asia as well. I just returned from Southeast Asia last weekend, and I had been speaking on a conference there in Indonesia, but also visited together with our senior management major clients in the region. And it is amazing how much business development opportunities in a target-rich environment for Atkins capabilities we find there, and no wonder that we look at putting more resources on the ground. We just opened the Malaysia office of Atkins in order to take advantage of the large rail opportunities which are surfacing there, and you will see us continuing to put more emphasis into the Southeast Asia region.
So the group's certainly holding its own and running steady in what are still very challenging markets. Looking ahead to next year, it's Atkins' 75th anniversary. To what do you put the continued success of the group down to?
First of all, it will be a very proud moment for the company, no question about it. We come from the high and the high spirits of the Olympic success, and clearly we want to continue that into the celebration year, 75 years of existence. And I think it's always best to look at what clients tell us about our performance. And really, when you ask these questions, again, clients in the Middle East, clients in Southeast Asia, across the world, you consistently hear 2 answers. It's about the technical excellence of what we are providing as services, our capability to really address holistically the most difficult engineering design problems and convincingly and often exceeding expectations of our clients when delivering those projects. And second, it is a people's business. It is about the technical capability of our people. It is about how they deal, how they interact with clients that is highly appreciated. That's the backbone of our success among anything else. Like clearly also the fact that we share more skills between businesses now, that for the first time, for example in the US, we have our rail experts out of the UK joining up with Atkins North America, bidding for a very differentiated rail project on the East Coast. So that's clearly highly appreciated by our clients, but at the end of the day, it comes down to the excellence of people, and there Atkins clearly makes a huge difference.
Okay, well, thank you, Uwe. The group is clearly trading as we would expect it to do so. Thank you very much.
Thank you.